The question is, why can't we execute on what's there, on what we've learned?
And that's where activators come in?
You bet. You bet.
Can you define for us, what is an example of an activator and how can we start using that?
Yeah, for sure. So what I found in my research is there's three hidden growth killers that hold us back as leaders. And they are our motivators, our habits, and our beliefs. And out of the three hidden growth killers, I identified 8 activators. And essentially, the activator is the mechanism by which you can render the hidden growth killer as to have no impact. Mm-hmm. Okay. So for example, we have 2 motivators. We have fear as a motivator, right? And we have inspiration as a motivator. And activator number 1 is to reduce fear. Okay. Now, it sounds easy. It's not. And there's a whole bunch of stuff to unpack to get into the nuance of this. But the bottom line is we are biologically wired to have a very profound fear response because it used to save our lives when we were about to get eaten on the plains of Africa or wherever we evolved from, right? But today, you're sitting in your corner office and your best employee walks in and says, I want a raise or I'm leaving. And your body and your mind reacts no differently than if a saber-toothed tiger had just jumped out of the bushes and was about to kill you. And yet you're in an office, nobody's going to die here, right? And but that's how your body reacts. And it doesn't, it's not a big stretch to then realize that doesn't put you in a very good place to think critically as a leader. Your body is in full flight or fight response. And it's not your defining moment as a thinker. So how do you overcome that? And that's what we're talking about with the activator to reduce fear. And I created a tool that corresponds to each of the activators, which is essentially a worksheet that is this idea that if you don't have to understand any of the science, if you just follow the worksheet, you'll take advantage of the science and be able to overcome what's going on. And I'll give your listeners a clue. The trick with reducing fear is you want to reduce the emotion that you're feeling, and you want to increase the logic